Hi, I'm TJ Vissing, and I'm the first president of the board of directors of Happen. This all started about 20 years ago when Tommy Roof and I had one too many lunches where we were discussing how to make a difference in the world. Tommy was a creative at Barefoot Advertising. He and I worked together on some projects. I learned to really appreciate, Tommy's sensitivity to art as well. He's a prolific artist. So I like spending time with him and talking about things. We'd often go to lunch and we would have conversations about, the kind of work we were doing and how to make a difference in the world. One of those conversations led to basically Tommy coming up with the idea for Happen. We were out at lunch. He approached me about perhaps joining him on a new venture in his life. And I was surprised at what he came up with, but I was happy to indulge. So Tommy came up with this idea to develop a program where art was the vehicle for which a family could spend time together. And knowing the kind of artist Tommy was, I knew he was going to take this very seriously. He asked me if I would help him do this project, get it started. I said yes, and off we went. Developing the system was difficult. Neither one of us knew how to do it. We had to get 501c3 status. We had to figure out how to do accounting for nonprofits. We had to develop a curriculum. We had to establish a board of directors. We just put our heads down, asked for a lot of help from friends and family, and somehow we pulled it off. Beyond developing the curriculum for the program, we had to find a space to do it. And we worked with friends mainly to find the right kind of space that we could afford, the right kind of space we could build out, and make it a fun space to be creative. We ended up in Coreyville. It was worked out great. Since then, Happen's moved many times, but as a place to start, it was fantastic. We did a lot of electrical work and drywalling ourselves. We stayed up late at night trying to get things going. All the while, Tommy's developing this curriculum that, was taking on shape a little bit at a time. The program was originally set up to deal with a parent and a child one-on-one on Saturday mornings. So what we would do is we'd bring in, our first group of people. I was one of them with my son, and we would go through an art program. Then we'd be sent home with homework, and we would spend, up to 2 or 3 days of that week, after school or after work, working on our art program, getting it ready for the next Saturday. And this happened week after week. And going through the process myself, I realized, even though I wasn't necessarily the kind of family we were targeting as our clientele, but I realized the value of this program. It was developed with sort of project-oriented art to have a parent and a child work together to be creative. And it was fantastic for me and my son to go through it, so I knew this was going to work out well. So from our original plan, the curriculum started to take on different shapes. It started as a one parent, one child plan, but it became an after-school program, it became a movie-making program, it became a community program. It even developed into a system where Tommy started having cookouts for the neighborhood here locally. We didn't really see that coming. And over the years, as things have grown, the ideas that just come into Tommy's head get turned into projects and curriculum just again and again and again. And it's part of the fascination of Happen and how it's sustained itself for over 20 years. So one of the side benefits of Happen is that it's sort of brought forward creativity as a tool for young people. In school, you're typically taught how to solve problems, how to follow a curriculum, and get from step A through step B to step C in the way that is prescribed by the school. It's part of our education. Using your own creativity to solve problems is a powerful tool to give children and teenagers, I think, especially. The benefits of creativity as something in your toolkit as a person to think out of the box, to look at things differently, to approach them in ways that aren't prescribed to you is a powerful tool. And I think Happen has done a great job of letting this be part of the education of you as a human. using creativity to think out of the box, look at things differently, solve problems in a different way. It's one of the side benefits that's kind of come from this that I've noticed. I'm sure Tommy has a lot more subtleties and nuances that he's seen happen through the program, but this was a little bit of a surprise to me. I think we didn't necessarily design it to be that way, but most creatives would probably say this was clearly going to happen anyway, and I'm proud to have been a part of that. The purpose of this Fundathon is to help sustain happen. So I'm asking for you to reach into your pocket and donate some money, donate some time, donate some effort. Anything that you can bring to our program is going to help sustain it. So I'd appreciate if you could reach into your pocket and pull something out and throw it this way. We'd love to see it. Thanks.